And you can call it a kicking contest if you want. You can say, field goals are boring, but it had some drama. Stuart Scott, Trenton Dilfer, Steve Young. Cowboys didn't score a touchdown and get the win. I know quarterbacks are like, punch it in, punch it in, punch it in. Let's take a look at the highlights, see how it all went down. Here we go. The 15th time that the Cowboys and Redskins are playing on Monday Night Football. Tony Romo wearing extra protective gear over his broken rib and punctured lung. Before the game, our own Ed Werder tested out the material with Unequal Technology CEO Rob Vito. And Ed, don't!
He didn't even hit him. Hit him!
He's banging Vito to see if it didn't do much damage.
Yeah. Well, it's a wedge.
Hit him harder. Romo filling out the equipment. Here's what London Fletcher said to his teammates midfield before the game.
Because it's our house. This is our house. It don't matter what we play or who we play. It just matters how we play. That's what we're doing today. We doing what we do. Let's dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
London Fletcher all fired up. First quarter, Cowboys down 3-0. Tony Romo, short pass to Felix Jones, a former Arkansas Razorback, on his giddy-up. Gets down to the Redskins 25. That would lead to a field goal. And it won't be the first time that we say that during this highlight. We're tied at 3. Later in the first, Romo completes to Kevin Ogletree, who got popped by LaRon Landry. Forced the fumble, ball bouncing around. Josh Wilson recovers for the Redskins. Initially called out of bounds. Redskins challenge. Steve, was Washington right to challenge?
Yes, very. You know, Mike Shanahan made a couple of great moves, including the timeout right before the 2-minute drill at the end of the game. This is one where clearly, once they stopped it right there, he's away from the football. Clearly, well, once you stop it right there, clearly he is not out of bounds.
That would lead to a Redskins field goal. They lead 6-3. Second quarter, Romo popped by 5'9" London Fletcher. Pass incomplete, intended for Jason Witten. Trent, that tested the old flak jacket a little bit, maybe, huh?
It really did. You could tell Tony was playing with some pain. He was falling off his throws early. You can't blame him. Every time he got hit or hit the ground, you can see him wincing.
Cowboys would have to punt. Next Redskins drive. Rex Grossman picked off by Sean Lee. Hater in the house. Lee's second pick this year. Steve, how did he get it?
Well, you know what? This is Rex coming. You cannot look away from down the middle of the field and then come back to it and try to lay one up there. That was an egg. That Rex does that, and it's got to be so frustrating for the offense and for Mike Shanahan. At least he went after the tackle.
Guess what it led to?
Tackle him.
Led to what?
A field
goal. Later in the second, Romo looking for Laurent Robinson. He gets decked by Landry. Caught me. Trent, how about that?
Oh, those ones hurt.
Cowboys would punt. And then the mishandled snap. Graham Gano's kick blocked by Gerald Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh punt. Mike Shanahan needs therapy. Steve, whose fault was that?
I don't even have to comment. That's Tony Romo knows whose fault that was.
Sam Rocker can't handle the snap, led to the block. We're tied up 9 at halftime. Third quarter. Second long for the boys. Romo not paying attention. Ball snapped behind him. Romo picks it up and completes it to Robinson. Trick just like they threw it up.
But this was an issue all night long. The miscommunication between the center Costa and Tony Romo. I don't know who to blame. It seemed like the center was snapping it too soon. This was a big issue for the Cowboys the entire night. You'd think they'd fix it after the first or second time.
Another bad snap. Romo under pressure. Picked off by Barnes. Romo, you saw him not happy before. He was even more not on dishappy after that.
It's a duck and chuck night for him. Watch this. Low snap. That hurts. Stand up. He's going to get hit. Up, duck, chuck. It still hurt. He was playing half a wing tonight. I kind of admire that he hung in there.
Phil Costa, the center, not happy. But clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Next Redskins drive. Grossman to Tim Hightower.
Nice little wrinkle there off play action. Teams typically release the fullback in the flat. They release the tailback, Hightower. And really, Hightower got him the entire drive was on Hightower's back.
Hightower's 25th career touchdown. Skins up 69, but Felix Jones about to get a little saucy. 29-yard gain. Longest rush of the season for the Cowboys. The previous long was 8. Fourth quarter, another bad snap. Romo's pass incomplete. Talking about a dude who's furious.
It's unbelievable. I like Tony Romo. Now, the pain's immense. He's getting frustrated, but he's letting the center have it. We got to fix this.
Later in the fourth, Felix Jones breaking bad again. His boy Darren McFadden had a $170 Sunday. Felix trying to rep the Razorbacks, doing his thing. Jerry Jones liking what he sees. Second and goal, Cowboys at the 5. Romo under pressure, popped by Bob Jackson. Jones recovers, but flagged down. What happened here, guys?
It just hurts.
Yeah, holding in the back end really killed the Redskins. They could have thrown a flag on the defender for Washington's helmet hit Tony's helmet first.
Led to a first and goal. Romo Romo gets hit again, pass incomplete. He's upset. Why, Trent?
Well, miscommunication all night long. We talked about the center here is directing traffic to the receivers. All night long, as they broke the huddle, you could tell the receivers and Tony Romo were not on the same page. Miscommunication here. Tony's going to throw a one-way, receiver does another thing. That's the kind of
I don't know
story
what
of the
kind of
night.
route that is. Either run the flat or run a hitch. That's a flat hitch.
Ogletree stopped his
That's an
route short.
guy made a huge mistake.
Less than 3 minutes left. Another bad snap by Costa. Romo picks it up and tackled by Ryan Kerrigan. See, what's going on?
You know what? I didn't spend a lot of time in the shotgun, so I can't really comment that much. It seems incredible. You'd have 4 or 5 of these in the game. That should have cost them the game.
2 plays later, the 3rd and 21. Romo to Dez Bryant. Trent. Romo broken rib, broken play, no problem.
Total creativity on Tony Romo, being intuitive. It's a full-out blitz. He went to throw hot to Dez Bryant. He bought time by escaping to his right. Dez Bryant reads his body language, goes vertical. That's just a great playmaker making a play in Tony Romo.
And face mask on D'Angelo Hall added 15 yards. Cowboys in field goal range. Dan Bailey from 40. Good. Cowboys up 18-16. 6th field goal of the game. Back on the Redskins on 1st and 15 after a false start. Grossman to Tim Hightower. Yo, Allen, ball, decked your boy. That's a loss of 2. Next play, another completion to Hightower. Steve, you thinking maybe Redskins, maybe?
I think so, and I felt like, you know what, Mike Shanahan loves to scream the 2-minute drill. He gets that team moving, get that first couple of first downs, but now's the time for the quarterback to make that big play, that big throw. You go and run away from your ball side, you go to the left when you're right-handed, you have got the responsibility of those guys chasing you down. That is a Cardinal or a Redskin horrible mistake.
Grossman chased from behind, sacked by Anthony Spencer, coughed up the ball. Cowboys recover. Cowboys hang on to win the game.